The Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops has expressed support for the youth's right to demand accountability over economic hardship and governance failures. The bishops are, however, urging demonstrators to avoid violence while calling on police to exercise restraint. The Conference of Catholic Bishops also condemned the pattern of extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearances, demanding justice for past victims. And as Mary Moki reports, the clergy has warned against politicizing the protests, insisting the government must address root causes through dialogue, not suppression.
Kenya's Catholic bishops have voiced support for the youth and other dissenting voices ahead of Wednesday's high-stakes Gen Z protests. In a strongly worded statement, they backed the youth's grievances, condemned rising civic repression, and urged an end to governance by fear. The bishops called for empathetic, service-driven leadership, warning that the nation's tensions are both a moral and national crisis. They also appealed for the protection of human life.
We are deeply concerned about the growing devaluation of human life in our country. The cases of mysterious disappearances, extrajudicial killings, and violent intimidation have become too common.
Rather than nurturing constructive youth participation, some state agencies have chosen to suppress it. We have witnessed the harassment, abduction, and in some cases, killing of young people whose only offense was raising their voice for accountability and justice. Our young people are not enemies of the state. They are citizens with valid concerns.
With tensions at boiling point on the eve of the anniversary of the Gen Z protests of June 2024, the men of the cloth decried the violent crackdowns on those perceived to be against the government, warning that more violence could push Kenya to the brink. This comes as protest organizers vow nationwide demonstrations over unemployment and alleged state corruption.
The frustration the young people are venting is an expression of a deep and serious concern shared by most Kenyans, that the current governance culture continues to sideline the majority, that there is massive misuse of public resources, and that the response to questioning or honest civic expression is now being met with brutal hostility.
All Kenyans, including journalists, clergy, civil society actors, and especially young people, must be allowed to express themselves without fear. Speaking truth to power is a service to the nation, not an act of rebellion. We must not threaten dissenters with death.
The bishops took their strongest stance yet on the youth uprising, condemning the Kenya Kwanza administration for human rights abuses and the shrinking democratic space. While backing the youth grievances, they also warned against the politicization of the protests. Mary Moki, Citizen TV.
Now, ambassadors and high commissioners from 12 Western countries, including the US and Britain, have called on the Kenya Kwanza administration to ensure the June 25th anniversary protests are peaceful, lamenting the use of goons to disrupt peaceful protests. In a joint statement issued today, the group asked the government to facilitate peaceful protests and refrain from violence. The ambassadors and high commissioners also telling the government to avoid the deployment of plainclothes police officers in unmarked vehicles, saying it erodes public trust and was ruled unlawful by the court. The envoys want full compliance with that court decision. The envoys have also expressed concern at the use of hired goons to infiltrate and disrupt peaceful gatherings, saying protection of the right to protest is vital to preserving civic space and is a cornerstone of Kenya's vibrant democracy. The Western diplomats have called for swift, transparent and independent investigations into all incidents of violence against peaceful protesters.